the AGM, and let's now discuss that thread there. We've got Sandeep Agarwal, Fund Manager at Sowilo Investment Managers joining in. Also joining in the show right now, Telecom Analyst IFL Balaji Subramaniam, to talk about how to read into the announcements made at the AGM. Gentlemen, both of you, thank you so much for your time. Sandeep, if I could really start off with you, because this seems like a little bit of a complicated piece. It's not as simple as what perhaps some of the AI platforms in the West are trying to do, or in the Far East as well. Help us understand, what your analysis has been here.
Hi, good morning, and thanks for having me on the show. And this AI subject is very close to my heart. Last 17 years I am working on it myself. And I will explain in 45 seconds what they are trying to do, and it is a very interesting way they are implementing it. So you have three components which you need to implement AI. One is the software, one is the hardware, and the product. So on hardware side, what Reliance is doing is right now they are investing a lot of money on the data centers and the GPUs in their Jamnagar thing, which they have already mentioned. And for the software part, what they are doing is they already have a tie-up with Meta, and Meta has come out with Llama, which is the last known version of AI, which they have, and they are working on this LLM for quite some time. And most interesting why it is a big bet, because right now they are not known to be among the top 5 players in the LLM side, but what we know, they have poached a lot of good people from all the other AI providers in last few months, and I think that makes this thing very interesting. So what I believe is that while the Reliance is investing on the hardware side, on the GPUs and data centers, at the same time this Llama offering will allow them to build these LLMs and tweak them according to Indian taste. And finally, they have one entity which they have acquired in 2019 called Haptic. They are trying to, build agentic solutions through Haptic, which they will be, right now they are selling in form of chatbots to the enterprise clients, but slowly they will use Geo platform to distribute it to the retail clients. So it is a fantastic strategy, because you already have Perplexity, which has come, and OpenAI has already come with 1/10 of the price. So you don't have a choice, and you have to launch this. So I believe this is a fundamentally very, very positive way of setting up the things, and we know that we cannot build hardware, software, everything in a short period of time. So this collaboration which they are doing, and the way they are trying to use the Geo platform to reach, I think it is a phenomenal, very, very good initiative. We are very positive about it.
Okay, so positive about the overall AI announcements and everything related to the tech sector that Reliance has announced in the AGM. We are, Sandeep, coming back to you, and since you've touched upon the entire artificial intelligence part, also help us understand that with such heavy focus on AI, can we expect any big move or entry of Reliance in the Indian IT service as well as the software as a service, the SaaS industry? And if yes, how could this impact other IT companies?
So, our IT services companies and what Reliance is trying to do is totally different, and I honestly don't see them getting into there. But from an India perspective, they are able to, in this partnership with Google and Meta, and if they are able to launch something like what Perplexity has already done or OpenAI is doing through their Geo platform and this tie-up with Meta, I think that will be a very, very interesting thing to happen in India. And also a lot of Indian IT services then will start getting huge amount of domestic business, which we have not got for a long period of time. We have been dependent on the Western market for revenue. But then if this thing happens, then a lot of services revenue will come to Indian IT services also, because you will have to tweak these LLMs, you have to build these APIs, you have to run those agentic AI solutions and everything. And for that, you need people with Indian knowledge of Indian taste, Indian experience, and Indian data. So I think in a way it will be very complementary, and all the Indian IT companies which today are barely single-digit India revenue, they can see a big jump there also. So I see it as a very, very good offering, but this thing will take time, because first of all, it has to come on platform. The enterprise version has to become hugely successful, acceptable. Then our technology spend as a country is also less. So how much the corporates will be able to spend? So it is a 5-10 year story. But in my view, in 5-10 years, India revenues of Indian IT services company will go up because of this development, in my view.
Interesting. But Sandeep, also another arm that Reliance is really going all out on is their retail arm. And they've also set out a very lofty target of 20% CAGR over here that they expect to surpass. What's your take on what the SOTP contribution of retail could be in the overall Reliance pie? Because they do have some very big targets here.
No, so again, if you see this in overall perspective of they have already pushing their mobile apps and they are trying to target. So it is a very integrated offering which is there, and because this business, the QSR space generally gets higher multiple than the energy the segment, and even to some extent the telecom segment. So the value add which retail can do at 20% CAGR, which they are targeting, I think will be immense. So, and also we have to see it with the lens that, how they will sell this and how it will be, integrated with their physical store. I think that is the most interesting parameter to look at. All these things will start playing out, once these offerings are out and once they go closer to the IPO. So I think a lot of these things are now unveiling, and we will see a lot of positive news in all those areas going forward. That is what my sense is.
All right. So Sandeep, very ambitious targets there, wherein the chairman has once again set their target to double Reliance EBITDA by 2027. But Sandeep, do you believe that the EPS upgrades can be at a similar pace? What are your thoughts on that? And do you believe that maybe because of that, we are seeing that even the shareholders are not rewarding the price so much, because post the announcements, the stock was down 2%, and even today, not much of an excitement.
Yeah, so because most of the numbers, they have been compared over a period of 4 to 5 years, out of which we are in the middle path already. So a lot of numbers are close to what they are guiding. So there is no surprise, and that is the reason stock has not reacted positively. I think this in the whole AGM, the most positive thing to take away, and it will be again 5 years from now, which can make a material difference, is the whole Reliance Intelligence thing, which is something which they are building for future. Today, it may not get any value because it is at a very nascent stage and just conception stage. So I think that is the only reason why this stock has not reacted positively. And generally, these things take a lot of time to play out. And as already said, lot of the numbers are already in that path of growth, what they are guiding.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. And Sandeep, great speaking with you as well. Okay, still underperforming. That's Reliance. It trades for you. Mindly soft as we speak. The index so holding out thanks to IT and NBFCs. The broader market as well, quite in ship shape.